Hey Virgo, how you doing? This is Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your mid-month energy check for April 2021. And we're calling in your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anybody else. And this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Checking in with your energy for mid-month April. What is going on with you? And I have already pre-shuffled. Tuning into your energy. Here we go. Okay, Virgo, what is going on with you this month? What is happening? All right. Virgo, and the first thing that I am noticing here is this Lovers in your past. So Lovers is showing up for you in the past. It's reversed. There's either some kind of decision in love that needed to be made, or there was some kind of separation. And the next thing that I'm noticing is your big picture, which is the Death card, transition, but it's reversed. So for me, this is something still being in transition. So it looks like the ending of something, but that being in transition. So it's not full circle just yet. Let's look at the heart of the situation, right? So the heart of the situation is indicating there's some kind of communication about someone who is partnered but is acting single. So someone who is partnered, acting single, this person can be partnered and distracted, and they can be distracted by another person, but they can also be distracted by work. They can be distracted by a family member. They can be distracted by a situation. So keep that in mind too until we get through this, and we'll do some clarification. What's going on? Okay, so there's an ending of some kind of relationship. Somebody's been distracted. There's been communication about it, and it does look as if it's still in transition. This is even coming from a place of juggling. So this could be juggling two. This could be juggling two lives or two lifestyles. This could be juggling back and forth about whether or not to end this situation. Your higher self is talking about keeping your resources to you. This is also talking about your heart chakra, you protecting your heart chakra. And your angels and guides are talking about being victorious after a battle. It's almost like in order to kind of save face, your angels and guides are talking about keeping your resources, doing what's best for you, not putting somebody else first, and that's how you end up victorious. Yep, and let's look at your advice. So your advice is even telling you to be Seven of Swords. Your advice is even telling you, you need to look out for yourself. You need to Empress up and do what's good for you, do what's safe for you in your worthiness, stand in your worthiness. And if you're looking as if you're selfish, that's okay, because this is your advice. It's like, it's time to think of yourself. And it's also time to protect yourself. This guy's taking away these swords and he's skipping off, and he's, maybe being strategic and only, thinking of himself. But in this case, it's like, I am stealing away these swords to protect myself so somebody else can't use them. So somebody else can't put these in my back like the Ten of Swords. So that's your advice, Virgo. It's talking about a lot of self-protection. Wow. And look at this, even in it's like release collaboration right now. This is about going into your own space. There's some resistance to this King of Wands energy. So this King of Wands energy is very charismatic, is very alluring, energetically magnetic, and there's some kind of resistance to this person. We're going to get back and clarify all of that. Looking at happening now and into your near future is talking about being in denial, Also looking at things from the past in the same way as you're looking at them in present time, which isn't always accurate. Stories from the past could have been true, right? But in present time, they may not be true anymore. So we'll look at that more in a moment. Happening now, present time energy. I'm not ready to move forward emotionally, but I feel like the rug has been pulled out from under me. We've got a Queen of Pentacles here that's reversed, and that is not a happy queen. She likes to be solid, safe, and secure, and she's not feeling solid, safe, and secure. And of course, when I say she and he, I'm talking about energy, not gender specific. But this feminine energy is feeling like she doesn't want to move on emotionally. She's not ready. And that's why this transition is coming up, Virgo. And here's the outcome. Here's another Queen of Swords. This can either be a second queen, or it can be, I feel like it's you, Virgo. It can be how you feel in the trajectory. Again, here's another reversed queen. This is not a happy queen. This is someone who needs to get very specific and clear about their intention. This is also a queen who has some sharp words for some people. Some sharp words, some anger coming out. Let's do some clarification here, Virgo, and see what's going on. We're going to use the maybe Lenormand for that and clear some of this up. What is going on with this King of Wands? Let's just get that first. What's going on with this King of Wands? So here is the Foxy. The King of Wands looks like he's been a little conniving or cunning. Like he hasn't been telling the truth, or like he's been kind of working some things out, only thinking of himself. What I'm hearing is I'm only thinking of my damn self. So he's been kind of, I feel like he's been taking Virgo for granted, acting like Virgo maybe is kind of a fool, or that Virgo's not going to figure some stuff out. We'll get another clarifier for that in a moment, but that's what it looks like. So you have resistance. Virgo has resistance to this energy that is not being honest, upfront, and truthful. I want to get more clarification on this juggling business. What's going on, Virgo? So this juggling has to do with you feeling like you have to self-heal all the time. It's like recuperation. It's like you go out and you expend your resources, and then you have to come back and you have to fill back up and self-heal. It's like this, it's too much. You're being taxed. You're asked to multitask instead of just have that, wow, I'm hearing live stream of energy and stream of consciousness, stream of energy. It's like this seeing eye to eye and being in the same stream of consciousness. I feel like this person that you're dealing with, Virgo, has two streams of consciousness and you're picking up on them, and it's exhausting. It's like they are multitasking, and somehow I feel like you're having this empathic understanding of these two streams of consciousness, and you're having to recuperate from them because it's draining you. I want to look at your higher self and what your angels and guides are talking to you about, because they're saying that you need to protect your heart, hold on to your resources for you, your energy for you, and that's how you'll be the victor, right? That's how you'll be in your star energy. This is your highest and your greatest potential energy. You have that. Somebody wants it. You're the winner. This is like you winning at life. And you winning at life has to do with you holding on to your resources and not giving somebody else time, energy, and attention, especially when they're not giving it back to you. Let's check out this advice here. Your advice is pretty much the same. Looking out for yourself. Right. And this is to preserve your creative energy. This is to preserve how you see life so that you don't get pessimistic. You have to protect yourself from this person because this person is going to suck you dry, basically, of your resources and your energy. They're going to give you this, it's like this path. They're going to offer you this path that feels like it takes away your ideal aspect of life, like it takes away the ideal way you see life and this creative way that you manifest life if you don't take care of your own boundaries, Virgo. Jeez. And I want to see more about this releasing of collaborating with other people. And see, this is like kind of a third party. So it's like you're not just collaborating with one other person, you're collaborating with three. You're mixing energy with three people. And there's this new stream of energy that's going on there. It's too much. It's too much for what you had in mind. Let's look more at this heart of the situation, this communication about someone being partnered but acting single. And somebody is wanting to control the situation. So somebody is wanting to have their way and wanting to control the situation. They don't want you to tell them what to do. It's like they're wanting you to accept this the way it is. I've got to tell you, Virgo, for some of you, this is literally like a polyamorous type situation where somebody wants this to be all good. But I will say this, they're not coming at that type of relationship in the right way because they're being kind of conniving about it. There has been some conversation about it, but the conversation doesn't feel like it's upfront and honest. And you may very well have initiated this conversation. So if this person is wanting to have that type of relationship, they are going about it in a way that is not caring for all of the parties involved, though they're wanting you to just be okay with this without having the structure, the setup for that type of thing. That can be very draining of your time. This is why it can take away the energy for your ideal way of looking at life. There are lots of different ways to look at life. But what's important here, Virgo, is how you are looking at life and how you feel in life and where your happiness and joy is, where your sense of comfort and safety is, how you feel loved, how you feel like you're getting enough love. I feel like somebody's telling you you're looking at things in an old way and maybe a low frequency way. And I want to tell you that that's not what I'm picking up here. I'm not picking up that you're looking at something in an old way, in an old frequency way. If somebody's manipulating you and telling you that you're thinking wrongly, that's not cool for someone to like guilt and shame you or make you feel like the way you think or what you believe is not okay. That's not the case at all. It's just different. And somebody's not communicating in an honest way when they're trying to manipulate you like that. Let's get some clarification here. Right. This is about safety. This is about feeling solid, safe, and secure. And if somebody's putting you in a situation where you don't feel solid, safe, and secure emotionally, or even mentally, like it's confusing. This is confusing to me. You know, like if you feel that way, you need to reevaluate how this person is feeling about you. We're going to ask about that in a moment. I want to look at this death card reversed in your big picture. For this still being in transition. It's like you're still trying to figure it out. Right. This is a big challenge for me. This is a big mountain that I'm having to come up and over. There is healing here, but there's a big challenge to face before the healing can happen. I'm needing to figure some things out for myself. That is completely valid, Virgo. Let's look at this Lover's card reversed. It's like I'm being challenged to look at this whole relationship in a different way. I'm having resistance to this person who wants to multitask, have these different streams of energy. Right. And here's your Immaculate Heart in the past. Yeah. And here's the feminine energy being affected by this. More so than this person, I will tell you. More so than this King of Wands that's being kind of shifty, shady. His heart's not being affected by this like your heart is being affected by this, Virgo. Let's look at this present time. Rug being kind of pulled out from under you, not being ready to emotionally let go, but not being emotionally ready to dive into this, right, and commit to this. Someone's asking you to commit to this process the way it is, and it doesn't feel like it feels right to you, right? It's like shady commitment. It's like, that's not what I feel like commitment is. But I can open my mind and look at this, but is that right for me? Let's look at this Queen of Swords in the trajectory, Virgo. This Queen of Swords looks angry. It looks like she has some words. It's like, this is not what I signed up for. And now there are a bunch of people talking about it. It's like there are a bunch of people talking about this situation, a bunch of people involved, a bunch of people talking about your relationship. It's like, where is our connection where we are talking, you and I, about what is going on with us? It's like there are too many people in here. It feels invasive. It feels like betrayal. I'm not seeing betrayal cards per se, except for this Page of Swords where at the heart of the situation reversed, where somebody kind of like introduced this in a way that doesn't feel good. Right. It's more so in a way that feels like indulgence, like overindulgence, like being greedy rather than there being enough love for everyone kind of thing. Somehow, I'm even feeling your heart chakra, Virgo. Somehow, your heart has been bruised. It feels more like a sexual thing, a sexual endeavor. Like there's more sexual energy rather than love energy. All right. I want to do some more clarification, Virgo. And I'm going to use this deck for that. I want to know what this person is thinking. Whoa. Oh, dropping everything. I'm going to grab these cards that fell because I'm going to take those. I want to know what this person is thinking. And when I ask that, Virgo, hear this person, they're talking about your advice. You get the Seven of Swords again. So they're doing the same thing that your advice is telling you to do. They're looking out for themselves. They're doing something that is for themselves rather than for, I want to say the group or you, but they're not expressing this quickly or openly. It's like they're giving out a little bit of information at a time. There's a lot more going on than what they're telling you. And they're doing it because they're trying to control the situation. They don't want to like freak you out and make you just run. They're trying to keep you where you are, or trying to keep you in the situation somehow. They like your energy. They want your energy. And they know that this isn't feeling awesome for you. Yeah, their energy is in and out. Their energy is like, yay, I'm totally in it when I'm with you. But it's almost like, yay, I'm totally in it when I'm with this other person too. So, and they're wanting to have fun. They like the energy of this. I want to ask them, like, what are you thinking about the longevity of this? Ultimately, they know the longevity is going to cause friction and upset and anxiety, but they're not thinking about the longevity of it. They're just thinking about what is happening now. It's almost like they can only think about what's in front of them in the moment. I want to ask your higher self how you feel about this. So your higher self is like holding on to your own energy. That is going to create your stamina, your longevity. You've got this higher purpose card, and you've got this other card that's all about your creativity and how you manifest in the world. And this looks like it's being jeopardized by someone taking your energy from you. It's almost like taking your star, trying to take your, right. This person is not in it to win it for the long haul. They are, here's the married emperor, but it reversed. And this is a married emperor who doesn't act married, who doesn't act like they don't hold vows or promises in the same way that you might think vows and promises should be held. There's some kind of non-agreement happening here, not seeing eye to eye. This person isn't loyal to anyone but themselves. And I want to say that this person doesn't have the type of energetic container to hold the type of relationship they are thinking that they are wanting to pursue. If you catch me, if you get me. I'm asking more about what your higher self thinks about this. Your higher self is like, there's not enough love to go around here. I am not feeling safe in my heart. Okay. Virgo, I want to ask your angels and guides some advice for your energy. Mid-month April here. I want to ask your angels and guides, what do they want to tell you for your mid-month energy? What do they want to tell you? Here we go. And the first thing, here we have, again, Death card, transformation, but it's reversed. So this is being in transition, this not being over. You know, I will say this, Virgo, this looks like there's a big soul lesson in this for you. Huge soul lesson about your boundaries. You know, and I want to just ask about your soul lesson in this. What is your soul lesson before we ask your angels and guides for more clarification or more guidance here? What's your soul lesson in this? Because you've got being in transition twice now. So there's something here for you to understand and learn. 2 cards want to come out. Wow. So again, we have basically, here's the Page of Swords reversed again, which you got in the heart of the situation. When someone's not telling you the truth, what do? Your soul lesson is talking about how do you stand in your power and how do you give your power away in the face of what you know is untrue or unsafe. Your soul lesson has to do with speaking your truth and standing up for yourself. Wow, that's huge. That's a biggie, Virgo. All right, I want to ask your angels and guides for more messages for Virgo for this mid-month energy check. And here we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So the Five of Pentacles reversed, financial and material changes. Reversed, this is recouping those resources, financial and material, but anything that has to do with keeping you going, Virgo. Time, energy, effort, love, money, information. And this is recouping your resources after a loss. So your angels and guides are saying, you get your soul lesson from this. You go ahead and get it. Be in transition. Think about this. Roll this around a little bit. That's going to feel draining. And don't worry, you're going to recoup what you have been drained. You're going to pull it all back in. Even though it feels awful, it feels like somebody's offering you something and there's a lot of energetic connection with this person. But they're telling you things that don't seem, I'm hearing faithful or honest or secure or structured, you know. And on one hand, love is love, but we need to feel safe. And if you don't feel safe, it's not because there's something wrong with you. Your angels and guides are talking about patience and balance. And there's something here that is not balanced. It doesn't feel balanced to you. It doesn't feel balanced. This would be about marrying two things together, bringing things together, alchemizing things. And if you're having to do all of the alchemizing, that's not balanced. If you're having to do all the changing, that's not balanced. Okay, Virgo, you know, this is what I want to do. I'm going to pull a card. You ask a question. You can even pause this to figure out what your question is right quick. But ask a yes or no question. I'm going to pull one of these angel oracle cards for your yes or no question, and we'll clarify it. So whatever your yes or no question is, angels and guides. Okay, I'm going to say this is a yes. This is within the next few months. I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity within the next few months. You're going to understand what's going on a lot more clearly within the next few months. I just want to pull another one. This is saying take action. And I want to clarify for you that question within the next few months and take action within the next few months. It's almost like, okay, go ahead and let yourself be in transition for the next few months. But know that at some point you're going to have to take action for what it is that is going to make you feel safe, solid, and secure. What's going to pull back your resources, whatever that is. Right. And earlier, your present time energy was, I'm not ready to move forward emotionally. I'm not ready to let go yet. And this is clarifying when you're going to be ready to let go. You will be emotionally ready to move on and take action within the next few months, letting go. That's a long time to go through something like this, to go through this challenge, but you recouping your resources from this, there's just no doubt that you can do that. All right, Virgo. Thank you for being here today. I hope this helped. I'll be back toward the end of the month with some romance reading, and you take care. Let me know how this resonated with you, and I'll see you soon.